I shut the door with my glasses. I actually was grabbing the closet. Anyways, the only sickness you want, the NICSICK network. My name is NICSICK. Right now, I'm about to react to a YouTube video called, let me say the exact title of it. Sandy Cheeks is dating someone. Spongebob Theory by Pop Theorist. I'm going to react to the theory and see my thoughts on it. So, yeah, let's roll.
Love lives of SpongeBob SquarePants characters, Sandy is a total mystery. Throughout the series, we've seen a few characters show romantic interest in her, but she's never really returned those feelings. But what if I told you that Sandy does have a partner? She's just been keeping it a secret this whole time. Let's start from the beginning. Over the course of the show, we've seen characters like SpongeBob and Larry the Lobster try to win Sandy over, but she's never really shown any interest back. It'd be easy to assume she's just not open to romance, but there's actually something that proves otherwise. We've seen Sandy flirt with Larry before.
True.
Hey, Sandy.
Hey, Larry.
You guys want to go lick
some weights?
Sure.
Nothing ever came of
His
it
most
because,
iconic line.
at the end of the day, they just have completely different interests. So it's not that Sandy isn't interested in dating, she just hasn't found the right person. But what if she already has? What if there's someone in Bikini Bottom who actually gets her? Before I tell you who it is, there's one big question we need to answer first. If this theory is true, why have we never seen Sandy with this person? If she's really in love, why has she never shown it on screen? That is because the relationship is a secret. The key question is, why? It's simple. Because Sandy's partner already has a partner. It's a forbidden love. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to finally reveal the best-kept secret of Bikini Bottom's smartest mammal. Sandy's secret lover is none other than the only character in the show who can actually hold an interesting conversation with her. They share a passion for science, they're both highly intelligent, and they both have mature personalities. It's a match made in heaven, or I guess in this case, at the bottom of the sea. I'm talking about Karen Plankton. That's right, the two brightest minds of Bikini Bottom have been secretly involved this whole time, and I'm about to prove it. Now, just because they have things in common doesn't necessarily mean they're in a relationship. After all, that would be impossible since Karen is happily married to Plankton. But is she really? Time and time again, we've seen Plankton mistreat Karen. One of the many examples is in the episode Salsa and Basilicus, where Plankton literally mutes Karen just to shut her up. It's a toxic relationship where Karen has zero freedom. She's constantly ignored, controlled, and belittled, leaving her feeling overwhelmed and, even worse, completely alone. She doesn't have a supportive partner she can rely on. But just because Karen is trapped in a miserable marriage doesn't necessarily mean she'd cheat on Plankton, right? After all, Plankton may be cruel, but at least he's never cheated on her, unless he has. In the episode Enemy In-Law, Plankton falls in love with Mr. Krabs' mom, and not just in secret. He shamelessly flirts with her right in front of Karen, who, heartbroken, confronts him. And what does Plankton do? He literally turns her off. From that moment on, their relationship was completely shattered. And by opening the door to cheating, Plankton accidentally gave Karen the perfect excuse to do the same. But even with all of this, how could Karen and Sandy possibly be dating in secret if we've never seen them interact on screen? Well, turns out we actually have. There are at least 4 episodes where we've seen Sandy and Karen share scenes. And, oh boy, the romantic tension could be cut with a knife. Once you see it, you won't be able to unsee it. Sandy and Karen first meet in the episode Perfect Chemistry, when Sandy visits Plankton's lab for the first time. Listen closely to the very first thing she says to Karen when she sees her.
Who are you calling a doohickey? Wow-wee! Is that a real Mark III surplus wife-o-matic? She is beautiful.
That's right, beautiful.
Oh my God.
Not interesting, not impressive, not technologically advanced. She calls her beautiful. If that's not an undeniably obvious sign of romantic attraction, I don't know what is. The next time the lovebirds share the screen again is in Frozen Face Off, where Plankton sets up a sled race to distract everyone while he sneaks off to steal the secret formula.
I'm curious
what in the episode, Karen gets completely frozen and is seconds away from certain death. And who rushes in to save her without a single moment of hesitation? Sandy. But why? If Karen is supposed to be on Plankton's side, why would Sandy act with such urgency to save her life? She could have just left her there, and nobody would have batted an eye. But she didn't, because Sandy loves Karen. Then, in the episode Salsa and Basilicus, Plankton is up to his usual tricks, this time making everyone in Bikini Bottom completely stupid, including himself. But there are two exceptions to this.
Oh, they work together in this
Sandy,
episode.
who was safely locked away in her dome, and, of course, Karen. To fix the problem, Sandy and Karen team up to create a university that will restore intelligence to Bikini Bottom. And, surprisingly, they pull it off effortlessly. Now, let's take a second to really think about that. How is it that two characters who have only briefly interacted twice before are suddenly working together like a perfectly synchronized duo? The answer is simple. They've spent so much time seeing each other in secret that working as a team comes naturally to them. Come on, are you really gonna tell me there's no love behind that stare? And there's one more thing, the date. Oh yeah, the date. In the episode Girls' Night Out, Sandy achieves a major breakthrough in her scientific career, which makes her feel proud and excited. Guess who's the first person she calls to share the news?
Karen.
Not SpongeBob, not Patrick, definitely not Larry the Lobster. Nope, she calls the person she loves.
My main brain! I just made a scientific breakthrough! Yeah, let's go out and celebrate, girl! I'll tell you all about it later. Let's meet up tonight at the Corner Cafe. You got it, Bushy Tushy.
That face Sandy's making too.
Oh, and did you hear that? Let's play it again.
You got it, Bushy Tushy.
Pushy Tushy? They even have pet names. To celebrate, Sandy invites Karen out, but of course, they can't just go out together alone. That would be way too obvious. So, to keep things under wraps, Sandy invites Mrs. Puff, the only other available woman in town, disguising her secret date with Karen as a totally innocent girls' night out. And here's the most revealing detail. Look at Sandy's face when she invites Karen.
That's what I'm saying.
Look at her face when she invites Mrs. Puff. With Karen, her face is full of excitement.
Look at her face.
With Mrs. Puff, it's just a polite smile. The excitement is clearly for Karen. So, has no one in Bikini Bottom figured out this forbidden relationship? How have they managed to keep it a secret? The answer is obvious. Think about it. Sandy is the only one in town who lives in a completely private place, on the outskirts of Bikini Bottom. Her dome is the perfect hideout. It has double doors and a security system that prevents anyone from entering without her permission. This allows them to meet in secret without anyone knowing. Sandy and Karen had meticulously hidden their relationship, but they left too many clues. Too many glances, too many tension-filled interactions. They had hidden it well, but they slipped up. They got careless. And that's where I got them.
That's the end of the video. An ad. You know, it's convincing. Strong evidence. Good video. Definitely puts a different perspective on things. Like, I would have not caught, like, that facial expression when she's talking to Karen. So, maybe Sandy and Karen are dating, like it says. Who knows? All right, that's all the time we got for now. Subscribe. Thanks for stopping by. You should like, subscribe, and watch more content right here on the NICSICK Network.
This is my evolution. Think with me now, I won't leave you forsaken. See through my eyes and I know you'll awaken. Reclaiming my voice so I won't be mistaken.